Alright. Well, so now, since my phone/camera seems to be working again, I figured I would finally record the gear video that I said I would. We've already talked about the gun in my other video, the Insane A5 that I was working on for the last 8 years. As you can see, starting off, I mentioned in that video the 3-point swing, and this is it in full effect right now. It hangs freely right here, but it's at the ready should I ever need it. I can just pop those open, draw it up, scan with the scope, fire, loosen it up if I need to hang a little bit more freely. The biggest reason for getting a Male vest like this was actually just for this. I had a pod carrier that carried a tank, but that thing was just a pain in the butt, so I decided to go something a little bit more stylish towards the sport. Look a little bit more like the part. So I got the Male vest ready to go and play with that. And while I was at it, the vest looked bland, so I decided to add a bunch of attachments to it. So we'll get into that in just a second. Let me actually take the gun off because, well, let me leave it on for a second, because actually there's only 2 real practical things on this vest right now. The first one being the tank on the back, as you can see. I do have a Velcro name tag coming in the mail, along with several other things. We'll get into that in a minute. The other big thing, of course, about having this vest was the grenades. The grenades themselves were always hard to carry, so now I have a little pouch for them. That way I can just pull them out, slide them in, bang. Now, one of the things that's missing on this vest, and this is currently in the mail now, is actually what they call a mag drop pouch. It's if you have a firearm and you want to drop the magazine on it real quick, but you don't want to lose the magazine because you might need it later and the U.S. Army is getting really low, you would have one of these pouches on it. It just hangs open in your lap like a little basket, and you just drop your mags in that real quick. Currently, if I want to change from one grenade to the other on this gun, they're $50 a pop. I don't want to drop them on the ground, so I got to carefully open this thing, work that thing out, get it, take it, put it safely in this pouch, come over here, grab the next one, pull it out, open it up, slide it in, bang. That takes way too long, especially when you're getting hailed down on by some guy with an autococker or an Angel doing 26 balls a second. Yeah, so I needed something a little bit more practical because when you're playing, you want to go bam, drop it, grab the next one, go. But like I said, you don't want to drop those. They're expensive, and they're heavy too, so they'll hit the ground hard. So with the mag pouch, which isn't here yet, I should be able to just open her up, drop it into the mag pouch, close it, put the new one in, close it, and then at the end of the game, go and just open up my little pouch, and there's my grenades just sitting there freely hanging. Alright, so now that I covered that, I'm going to take the gun off. This whole gear unit adds about 40 pounds, including the gun, so the less I have on right now, the better this full video is going to be. So, plus you already saw that, you don't need to see that again. As for the vest itself, as you can see, it's just covered with stuff, and the thing about all this gear is it's pretty much 99% cosmetic. There's no reason for any of it. Most of it's just magazine pouches, in fact. I do have a Tippmann parts kit here in case. I do have my squeegee right here in case. I do have a fake radio, but I could use a real radio if I wanted to. Flashlights, I wouldn't need those. I got one mounted to the gun, and I don't really ever play with night anyways. And then the holsters, of course, have my prop guns. I just use these in student films and stuff like that. They're not real, they just look the part, so get rid of that too. Here's some more weight. I do also have the thigh holster. We'll get into that in a minute. With its own prop gun. Alright. Yeah, so most of this stuff is just cosmetic, but the biggest reason why I have it all on there is to look cool, yes, but it's also because the more stuff I have on here, the less I feel the paintball impacts. Yeah, most of this stuff is just there to absorb those impacts, and so I don't come home covered in welts, and then when I go to work, people aren't making fun of me. The gear, some of it is just found on Amazon or Google and just bought off of websites and all that, but a lot of it actually is actual military issue. I had a person I know get back from Iraq. His term was done. He had all this gear still that he had purchased through the Army, and he was just going to end up throwing it away or giving it away. So he just said, why don't I just give it to you, and you can put it on your paintball gear, and maybe you can use some of it. And he's also looking to see if he's got more stuff. Most of the pouches, the radios, flashlights, stuff like that, are all actual Army issue. The holster, grenades, and tank and pods are not, because they don't ever really use these things in the Army. The funny part is actually the crotch plate. This is actual Army issue. The thing wouldn't stop a bullet, that's for damn sure. I don't know why they would have it, what it's for, but it's certainly going to work well on the paintball field. Not going to feel anything there. Anyways, as for the thigh holsters, knee pads are actual Army issue as well. I don't even know if you can see those from here, but they're the Army issue knee pads. My pods are down on the thigh holster. This is a Molly thigh holster, so I can take them off and use this for other things too. But I have moved these around all over the place. I had them on my back so I could reach over it, and I had them back down low where I could reach over it. Nowhere I put them did they work out well. So I eventually decided to put them down here. And it's actually not that bad because they fit really tightly. I haven't really run around with them full yet, but they fit real tight around the thigh, so seems to work real well. On the other leg, we got the black thigh holster for a pistol. Now, I could use this if I ever get like a Tippmann TPX or something like that, but this is getting replaced. I got another one in the mail right now with the mag drop pouch. And it is, the only real reason I actually have this on is because it actually helps pull the vest down and keep it from riding up on me. So that's real nice. I'm going to put a hydration pack in the back. I already told you about the Velcro. Really, and that's about it. There's not much more to this. It's just, looks cool. I do want to get some BDUs instead of this hunter's camo jacket, which would only do me any good in the forest if I was hunting deer, and I would still need to wear that bright orange thing, whatever. I also have jeans. I'm not wearing my tactical boots, but you can't see that either. So I probably want to get some BDUs for that. Like I said, though, I mean, most of this stuff is set up for playing out in the forest and hiding in the foliage, and there's no fields around here that I know of that actually go into the woods. Unlike back in Indiana and Georgia when I lived there, there was fields and woods everywhere. Here it's all just desert plains, and I needed more of that desert camo look if I wanted to see or wanted to hide. But I mean, these are open speedball fields. You can't hide anyways. You're just running around with like a chicken with your head cut off. Right now, I probably look like a terrorist making a video to my neighbors, so I'm gonna have to wrap this up. I'm also sweating like. I can't even tell you, it is just gross under here. This is partly why I'm wearing the mask right now. You can see the JC mask, I got a fan on it too, which is sort of working. And that's really it. It does work well with the gun. It would be nice. I'm constantly moving these things around, trying to figure out the best placement for them so the gun doesn't get caught on them and I can get to the grenades and squeegee fast enough. But really it's just, it looks cool. It's going to be fun to sort of role play, go out there and see what I can do. And most importantly, if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I am good to go. I can hold about 25 magazines on here, 2 firearms. I have another holster if I wanted to add another firearm. I'd be good to go in the zombie apocalypse. So that's a good investment on its own right there, and pretty much solves it. So thank you so much for watching, and keep looking out for future videos.